welcome back to my video. It's my pleasure to let you know that my baby is finally back. I'm just fucking with you, it's right here. I know that this video is long overdue, but that's actually how long the car has spent at the shop. It's been about 10-11 months, but it's finally here. So in today's video we'll go over what's been done to it, what's broken, because it wouldn't be a real BMW otherwise, and I'll tell you what my plans for the car in the near future. First of all, I want to thank you for all the helpful comments. Many people have given me some really good tips, including other E38 owners. So let's get started with the video. First of all, why did it take so long? I have no idea. I told the guy at the body shop at first, when I first left the car, that I'm not really in a rush because my friend had a car there and I have another car, so I figured that he should take care of his car first. But I guess he really took it to heart and he started working on it initially, but then I kept checking up on the car every couple of weeks and there was just no progress. But thankfully just about a week ago I managed to get the car back. So what has been done? As you may remember, the car was just surrounded by rust. There was rust on maybe on all the doors, underneath and under the trunk. Right there, very common place for rust to appear on BMWs. And so all of that's been taken care of. I also got a full chassis protection. I can't really show it to you here, maybe I'll try, but I'll just post a picture I got from the guy. Yeah, it's not really visible, but anyway, the repair is not perfect. I mean, you can tell that something has been done here if you take a look at the driver's door, especially under certain angles. But you know what, it's an old car. I'm okay with it being imperfect. Let me show you the other side. Yeah, as I walk across, you can see like a dark line in the corner. It's not a dent, it's just that the paint job is not perfect. And then there was some rust here as well. The repair here turned out pretty good. I mean, I can't really tell that anything's been done here. Maybe if I take a closer look, there's just some leaf. So overall, I'm happy with the repair. Too bad it took so long, but hopefully I won't need any body repairs in the near future, especially considering the protection I got underneath. If you're wondering how much it cost, it was just about 1,000 euros for that entire job. Is that a lot? I don't really know. I mean, the guy, clearly he hasn't repainted the entire car or entire panels, just the corners. And then he definitely took his time, but you know what, as long as there's no rust, I'm happy. You can tell there's some rust still on these panels here because they're plastic, but the inside is made out of metal. So all this rust is just on these panels that you can always replace. So I'm not very worried about that. I want to make a few corrections to my last video. First of all, I told you that they only made 1,200 of these, but I was wrong. Unfortunately, they made about 3,000. I don't know how many are left, but it's definitely not as uncommon as I thought. And also, I forgot to mention that this entire panel, this fender, had been repainted by the previous owner because he crashed into something, so he had to get it fixed and repaired. But then he crashed into something, or not really crashed, but just scratched it a little bit. Nonetheless, this panel is repainted. The paint job is definitely better than the one that I got, but just so you know. One little detail that I added are those rings, those chrome rings around the speedometer and, well, all the gauges. Don't worry, they are OEM. I just got another set and swapped it. I really like the way it looks, and it came with the E38. It's just that mine didn't have that option. And I guess we can move on to things that have broken recently, or in the past year that I haven't had the car. So first is the screen. As you can see, there's just a static image. So I had to get the battery replaced right after I picked up the car, and so I did. And after I got the battery replaced, the screen broke. It turns out that the screen itself seems to be fine, because if the car sits for a while and I turn it back on, then it works. It's just that after a couple of seconds, maybe a couple of minutes, it does what you can see here. So I'm pretty sure this had something to do with the battery replacement. Another problem is that it's a very minor one, but the temperature sensor shows the minimum temperature, -40 degrees Celsius. You can see the mileage on the left, so it's pretty much the same as the last video last year. And another problem is the parking sensors do not work. So hopefully this can be sorted quickly and easily. I got myself an OBD cable, so as soon as I learn how to use the software, I'll try to double and see what I can find there. I'll check the fuses first, of course, and I will let you know what I've come up with. Also, the steering column, the steering power system, the pump seems to make some strange noises. There might be a power steering fluid leak. I'll top it up and let you know whether it's fixed the problem or not. Another problem is the trunk. It doesn't really open. As you may remember from the previous video, this model is equipped with a hydraulic system in the trunk, so you're supposed to click the button and the trunk is supposed to open up, but it never really worked ever since I bought it. If you've seen my previous video, you saw that it only opened like maybe halfway and then you had to help it. But now it pretty much doesn't open at all. It's possible to open it. See, it doesn't, but it's really difficult. There's a lot of resistance, and so I try not to open this trunk very often, so I don't want to break anything. Yeah, now it's like there's a ton of resistance here. I don't know if I can do it with my... Oh, maybe I can. See? Yeah, it doesn't really stay up. And I'm pretty sure this happened after the battery replacement as well. So yeah, this is a pain in the ass, and I definitely have to take a look at what's going on. I don't know if it's a fuse or if it's something that I can do with the software, but it's really a problem. When it comes to closing the trunk, it seems to close without issues, so just take a look. I press the button. Oh, I pressed it twice, I think, on accident. Yeah, now it's just closing with gravity. Let me try again. No, I can't even open it now. Let me press it. Yeah, so had I pressed it once, it would have closed nicely. So yeah, I definitely have to get this sorted. Another problem is the hood. So it's really difficult to shut it. You really have to slam it for the latch to be locked or whatever. Right now it's locked properly. I can't open it. But I was driving yesterday on the highway. I accelerated into some slightly illegal speeds, and I just noticed that the hood started to flap. It didn't like open, you know, like you see on some videos. Didn't go flying, but it definitely wasn't secured. So I pulled over, I checked, and indeed it wasn't locked all the way, even though I'm sure I had locked it before. So I don't know what happened. I'm not sure if it was the speed that made it unlock itself. I think what's more likely is the potholes and the poor surfaces that I drove through before. Maybe that just made the latch unlock itself. I don't know if it's a common problem. Maybe you guys can let me know. Otherwise I'll do some further research and see if this happens again. Maybe I just need to replace the lock system or whatever. So that's about it for what I've done to it and for the problems that have appeared recently. In the future, this week actually, I'm planning on taking it on a road trip. So I'll try to document it, let you know what it's like to drive it for longer distances, because I mean, I just got my car back. I took it for a short road trip yesterday, about 150 kilometers total. It was very pleasant, excluding the problem with the hood, but it's a very comfortable car. I just want to see what it's like on long distance driving, so I'll try to make a video for you next week. What else can I tell you? I've thought about painting all the black panels that you can see silver, so that it would be all the body color. Right here I'll put my inspiration. I think it would look really good. However, I would probably have to change the wheels as well, because I don't think they would fit the look. It's just an idea. You can tell me what you think about it. On one hand, I really like the way it looks. On the other hand, I would like to leave the car as original as possible. Although I have to admit that all these black plastics on this car, they remind me of like a Dacia Duster in a base spec. It's a little bit of a grandpa spec, I think, but maybe it will grow on me. Another idea I've had is to list this car for sale. I don't want to sell it, but I thought about putting it up on auction with like a very high reserve price. Because like I said, I don't want to sell it, but if somebody were to pay me enough, you know, then I could let it go. I really like this car, but in general I love cars, so I would love to own as many as possible in my lifetime. But either way I would have to fix all the issues with it before listing it, so that probably won't happen in the near future. I'm also thinking of starting a business, so I could use the funding, but like I said, at the moment it's gonna stay with me. Maybe after I get it all fixed, I'll think about listing it, but only with a high reserve price, because I couldn't justify selling this car without a large profit. Okay, so that's about it for today's video. As long as the car doesn't break down, then you can look forward to the video from the road trip in the coming weeks. Otherwise, you can look forward to a video of this car breaking down. Thanks for watching and see you soon.